Hello friends, it's Lorraine with Rags to Stitches USA. Today is Saturday, May 25th, and I am in the midst of mania, as I'm sure a lot of you are, as my year has been. I think in my last video I talked about how my life is mania, and I really thought May was going to be a turning point. No. May has been just as much mania as the first part of the year has been. Just lots of opportunities. Lots of opportunities. One of which we had to get a new AC furnace unit for our whole house. That was unexpected, unplanned. But you know, I was telling someone the other day that even though it wasn't exactly the way I would like to have invested in this house, that's really a first world problem. And when I think about all the people that would love to have the luxury of air conditioning and heat, it makes you hush your mouth. You know, I'm thankful to have it. So we had that. One day I came home from work, and a friend of mine had bought some flowers for me at one of her favorite nurseries. And I decided I was going to go out and plant those flowers in we have a window box that's on a garden shed. And so I had something planted in there last year thinking it would come back, and it didn't, but there was one pretty tall plant that was shooting up out of it. And so I needed to pull that plant out of the window box. And so as I was doing so, there were lots of roots, lots of big roots and spread out. And as I was pulling it up, a lot of the dirt was wanting to come up with it. And so I was trying to rake all the dirt off of that plant because I was trying to conserve and, you know, keep as much of the dirt as I could. And I wrestled and I wrestled and I wrestled with that thing. And I finally got it out, planted my little plants in there. I was so proud. And so I came back in the house, and you know, I don't even know if I came straight in and washed my hands. I think I may have even gone and did some other gardening at the time. But when my husband came home, I said, "Did you see the flowers out there that I planted?" He said, "Yeah, did you pull that plant up out of that box with your bare hands?" I said, "I sure did." Like I was, you know, so big and tough and all that. And he goes, "That was poison oak. Or poison ivy, I don't know the difference." Obviously, I don't know the difference. So I thought, well, it's probably gonna be okay because it's never bothered me before. I've pulled it up for him before. But apparently I wrestled with it a little bit too long, and it ate me up. So I had it all over my forearms, on my chest, all over this side of my face. You can still see some, I won't even go, it was really close to my eye. Anyway, it's been an ordeal. I've been dealing with this for over 3 weeks. Couple of trips to the urgent care, couple of rounds of steroids, and as you can see, it's still there. So that's one reason I have not made a video before now, because I was pretty scary looking there for a minute. And we were kind of concerned there for a minute because it was dangerously close to my eye. I had one breakout right in the corner of my eye. And so my doctors were keeping a very close check on me, calling me every day. And I can't praise them enough for their diligence. But anyway, my hands are a bit shaky today, so you'll probably see things as I'm holding them up. You'll probably see them shake. Steroids tend to do that to me. Kind of keep me from sleeping. And here again, first world problems. You know, there are countries that don't have access to good medicine, so I'm very thankful for that too. So I wanted to show you my mania works this month. So for me, I had decided that I wanted to touch a different 24 different whips in May. And my goal was to put 300 stitches in each whip. And so far I've kept up with that. I'm behind just a couple of days. And I don't think I'm going to get to show you all 24 in this video. I like to keep my videos under 30 minutes, and here I've already talked for 5. So I may just try to show you the first, maybe 12, maybe show you half of them, and then come back in another video and show you the other half. My friend Cheryl and I will be attending a retreat in Spring Green next week. We're going to Country Samplers Retreat. I'm so excited about that. And so I may film a video after that and tell you a little bit about the retreat and show you my remaining Maynia whips. There's somebody that I need to introduce you to. I've been meaning to do this for a while. He has been a visitor of mine for a while, and I just have not introduced you. And he's going to be traveling with Cheryl and I next week, and so I want to introduce you. This is my new friend. Isn't he precious? He came to live with me from Ukraine, and I just think he's adorable. Oops. I really don't treat him that badly most of the time, but he is a frog, so he jumps. I think he is just the sweetest thing. He's quite the gentleman. He was quite shy to start with and didn't tell me his name, and so he has a little charm on his sweater, a little avocado charm. And so I have nicknamed him Avi. Avocado. So, you know, I am up for suggestions if y'all have any ideas of names for this handsome man. As I say, he's quite the gentleman, and I think he likes to travel, so we're going to be up for a few adventures, Avi and I, and Cheryl and Phoebe. So if you see us at the Country Sampler Retreat, please come up and say hello. And I think he's going to have a good time too. So anyway, obviously he travels well because it's quite a trip here from Ukraine. I meant to write down Nadi's information if you are interested in maybe purchasing one of his friends or family. As I say, he comes from Ukraine, and you know, I am doing, I like to support small businesses in Ukraine right now. Nadi, if you see this, I do think she's a subscriber. So Nadi, if you will put a comment on this video and let people know how they could perhaps get in touch with you to maybe adopt one of his relatives or friends. Okay. My Maynia whips. I started May 1st, and I wanted to touch a different whip for 24 days. So the first one that I worked on was Forever and Ever by Brenda Gervais. I tried to get these set up so I wouldn't be opening zipper bags and taking patterns out of the pouches. Now, this is my working copy, but you can get an idea of it. This is Forever and Ever by Brenda Gervais. I started this several years ago and have not touched it in quite a while. So I was happy to get my hands back on this one. So this is where we are now on this. I did not iron these, I apologize. And I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. This is done on, I'm not sure. I am not sure what linen this is on. I want to say this is a piece of Lakeside. But I didn't go back and look at my old Instagram to find out what this is. But I think it's a piece of Lakeside. But that is, well, I started to say that's as white as it's going to be, but it's not. There's another house on the other side of that bird. But I think that's as long as it's going to be. Yeah. So this is Forever and Ever, and I really like this one. I enjoy this very much. I don't know why it took me so long to get back to it. Well, yeah, I do, because I've got a lot of things that I love. It's hard to stitch on all of them that you love when you've got so many that you love. All right, number 2 is Home Sweet Home Pin Keep by Scattered Seed Samplings. This was, I was a part of her club for a little while. I'm no longer a part of her club, and I don't really know why I got out of it, because I really do enjoy every little piece that I've ever gotten from her. Isn't that sweet? Okay, so this was from 2021. And it came as a kit, so she sent, you know, the flosses. It had a little bird charm on it, and it has fallen off, and I have misplaced it. I'm hoping I find it again. Here's the fabric, and I don't know if this has a little fob. I don't think it does, but I have a little ring down in here, so I'm not really sure what that's for. But anyway, this is just done in DMCs, but I think it is just sweet as it can be. So I don't have a whole lot left to do on that one. Really just the bird and the date. I think that's it. So this is a sweet little, I don't have a lot of smalls, so it's good to have some smalls mixed in with some of your bigger pieces, because it's nice to have a finish every once in a while, even for those of us that are more project oriented than progress oriented. Anyway. Number 3 is Black and White. Here's another small. Black and White Spring Sampler by Heart and Hand. This was another little kit. And this was from several years ago too. And I am just using what was in the kit. I think this is 28 count dirty cashel linen and Weeks Dye Works flosses and Gentle Arts flosses. And I think it has, I thought it had little buttons with it, but I don't see, oh yeah, there they are. So here again, it comes with all of the little finishing pieces. So I don't think that one has a lot more to go either. Actually, very little. I think all I have is this top border, finish up the top border, which I have started that, and then that little bottom border and the east, well, I've got a little bit, not much more. So that one will probably, the next time I work on it, probably will be a finish for that one. That was fun. Okay, that was number 3. Number 4 is my sampler stocking from Mary Beal. So I finished up my last sampler stocking. I think I showed you the finish on that, I think. So I started, I think since my last video, I started sampler number 8. Sampler stocking number 8. I'm sorry guys, I apologize for the shaking, but it's just what these things do to me. By Mary Beal. I love these stockings. I love that they all have scripture on them. They all tell the story of Christ. This one says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and his name shall be called the Prince of Peace." I love that one. Okay, so I started at the bottom on this one. I am stitching it on a bed sheet. I've got it still all folded up here. This is a piece of Zweigart. I don't know where I got this. It's just 28 count. It doesn't even tell me the color. But I started on the bottom. So I got a decent little start on that. This one will probably turn into my 30-minute a day piece, because working with 2 strands of floss, since this is on 28, I am having to work with 2 strands of DMC, and that's not my favorite. And so I like to do my 30-minute a day on things that aren't necessarily my favorite, because I can do anything for 30 minutes. And those 30 minutes add up, they really do. And so little by little, I nibble it away and get it done. And I really enjoy looking at these stockings. So I am going to really love it when I have all of them finished. She has 10 in the series, and I need to make more than 10 stockings. I understand that there are some other stockings in her, I think it's called a pocketbook series. I'm not sure. I don't have those, but I probably need to get those so that I can make some more, unless I want to start duplicating. My daughter said she didn't think that it would be a problem for me to duplicate, but I would like to have different ones if I could. Anyway, so that was number 4. Number 5 is Coffee Quaker by Heartstring Samplery. This is probably the chart, the whip, the project that got me into Flosstube, that got me watching Flosstube. I was watching Natasha, and she was working on Coffee Quaker, and I thought that was one of the prettiest samplers I'd ever seen. And I had to have it, So I bought it, and I bought the linen to go with it and all the flosses. And I don't think I started it right away. I don't know why it intimidated me to start it, but it just did. And several people were working on it at the time. And this is when I first started in Flosstube, so I don't know how many years ago that was. Many years ago. But then I started on it, and I don't remember where I bought this linen. I don't remember what this linen is. I know it was cut for this piece because it's serged all the way around. Like I say, I don't remember where I purchased it, but when I started on it, so it's Heartstring Samplery, Coffee Quaker, and I think my weave is uneven because see this little motif here? It's square. Mine is not square. Mine is a rectangle. Now, it's not bad. It's not a bad rectangle, but it's still a rectangle. And that frustrated me just a little bit. But when I was looking at the different motifs, I really don't think it's going to matter. I had put it back for a little while just because I was a little bit frustrated by that, but I don't care. I don't care. It's a lovely chart, and I do love it. And it's kind of sentimental to me because this is what really made me fall in love with Flosstube. I just loved tuning in and seeing Natasha's progress on this. So I have not touched this in a long time. So I got a little bit of progress done on that. And I hope to keep this in my monthly rotation now. I am using the called for flosses on that. Okay, number 6 is Maria Finney, 1832, from Shakespeare's Peddler. This is Adam and Eve's House. I think this was a club kit. So it came with all of the, came with the fabric and all of the flosses. I don't know if I said from Shakespeare's Peddler. So I think I'm stitching this on 36 count straw by Weeks. And this is maybe, or maybe maybe it's not. I'm not sure. It's got the orange stripe. So I don't know if this is actually Weeks or not, because I think I've had it too long for it to be the new Weeks. I don't know. I really don't know. But I've pretty much just got the top part done. A lot of times I will do the skinny border around, all the way around, but I did not do that this time. I've been burned by doing that a couple of times, so maybe I'm learning my lesson a little bit. But it looks like a lot of this alphabet here is going to be kind of ghosty, which I don't mind. And it is being washed out a little bit more by the light, but I'm hoping that when I start, well, already you can see this a little bit easier than you can see that. So I don't think it's going to be quite as ghosty as it appears. But I do enjoy Maria Finney. I love me an Adam and Eve sampler. I just love them. They're probably my favorite things to stitch on. Okay, what was that? That was number 6. Number 7 is, where's number 7? Berry Days at Thistledown Farm by Brenda Gervais. This is a piece that a friend of mine went to market a few years ago and brought back this pattern and the little box that you put the stitched piece on. Brought the box back as a gift for me from market. And I don't know why I didn't start this right away, but I don't think I did. And then once I started it, I think I must have made a mistake somewhere and I had to tear it apart, and I never did get back to it for a long time. But I hope to have this back in my rotation again now. So this is where I am on this one. So it's not a very big piece, as you can see. I am stitching this on 36 count Ren from Picture This Plus, and I am using the called for colors. Huh, is that about the size of it? Huh, pretty close. So see, it's not gonna be very big. Maybe that'll be my thumbnail. No, it won't be. I'm telling you, Flosstube picks out the goofiest thumbnails for me. Oh well. I can be goofy. So this, yeah, I think I put 300 stitches in this one as well. I think I hit my goal of at least 300 stitches. Some of these I put in more than 300 stitches this month. The next one, where did we leave off? 7, 8 is Strength and Dignity by The Proper Stitcher. This was a new release this year, and I am making this as a gift for someone. Did I not pull out the pattern? Well, I thought I pulled out the pattern, but I don't see my pattern. And I know y'all have seen it, but that bothers me that I don't have it to show you. Well, pooh. Maybe I'll come across it before I end the video. This is where I am on that one. Y'all probably seen it. A lot of people are stitching this right now. I love the sentiment on it. And I have a friend that's going through some stuff right now, but she's showing remarkable strength, and she's a believer, and so I want to stitch this for her. And I think I did put in more than 300 stitches on this. I really would like to get this one finished sooner rather than later. So, and I I have my working copy here, but I don't really want to show you that because it's the pattern. So anyway, if I run across that, I thought I had it out here, but I guess not. Okay, so that was number 8. Number 9 is Anna Oman by Lila Studio. I love this one because it's all one color. I am stitching this with Classic Colorworks used brick. And I know this one had some dye lot issues, but I have several skeins of it, and I hope I have enough to finish this up. So I am stitching this one on a bed sheet of 40 count R&R Winter Brew. So yeah, I think I've got a whole yard of it here, and it's only going to be that big, that wide. But I enjoy a one color sampler very much. So that's where I am on that one. Oh, I'm running out of time. I'm trying to keep this under 30 minutes. And that was just number 10. Number 11 is Elizabeth Chester's. Oh, where's Elizabeth? Well, there she is. Somehow she got out of order. Elizabeth Chester's from Cross Stitch Antiques. Kathleen Littleton did a presentation for our Magnolia Guild, and this was the featured project. And so I am using the kit that she sent for us. This is being stitched on 36 count Eureka from Fox and Rabbit. And I think this is all done in DMCs. Yes. So she's not going to be very big either, as you can see. So I'm probably halfway with her, or a little more. Or maybe not, because I've still got the border to go. That's Elizabeth Chester's. I know there have been a couple of gals in our guild that have finished her, and she's really, really quite sweet. Okay, I'm running out of room here. Number 12 is Every Bloom is Charmed by Blackbird Designs. Did I skip Martha? Oh yeah, number 10 was Martha Pudsey. I don't know how I got off. Okay, number 10 was Martha Pudsey from the Scarlet House. Here again, it's an Adam and Eve design. I love Adam and Eve samplers. I don't remember if this one was a club kit or not. I kind of think it might have been, but I'm not positive. And so it calls for 46 count vintage autumn gold from Lakeside. Well, I started saying, I know I'm not stitching it on that. No, I'm not. I am stitching it on 36 count Ale from Picture This Plus. Here again, it's probably a yard that I have not cut off yet. But this is one that I did do the border all the way around. So that's just the outline of the border down at the bottom. I can't really see what y'all can see because it's such a thick folded up piece. And now I'm going back and filling in a little bit more of the border. But that's pretty much all I've done. It's just the outline of the border. So this will be fun once the sampler starts taking shape. Okay, that was 10. 11 was Elizabeth. 12. I don't see 12. Maybe I'll come back to it. 13. No, 12 is Every Bloom is Charmed, which I do not see on the list, but I know it's here. Yeah, there it is. Every Bloom is Charmed. This is a piece that we got at, where did we get this? Did we get this at, oh my goodness, the retreat we went to, Quilter Station last year, and Alma was the designer there. And I do not see the cover for that. I see I finished the little drum, and so then there's another piece that goes on top of the basket, and she provided us with the basket, and I am not seeing the cover sheet for that. Maybe I'll find that too. This is how far I am on that piece. So this is the top two corners, and then this is going to be a bird. So this is a really sweet little basket topper. I'm stitching this on 36 count Heartland from Picture This Plus. So I love stitching on Blackbird, and this is using Weeks, Gentle Arts, and Classic Colorworks in my little dot use bag. Alrighty, number 13 is All Creatures Great and Small. This was given to me by a friend, or loaned to me by a friend in my guild. She had stitched this, and so she is loaning this to me, and she even loaned me her anchor flosses that she did not use. I am stitching this on 40 count Affogato by Fiber on a Whim. And this is going to be my magic piece, so I need to get I think a fourth of this done, which will be, I think I decided if I divide these up by the bands, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I want to get all the way across for my magic piece. Now I have gone around and done a lot of the border, but I was off by 1. So I ripped out this border and decided I'm just gonna start filling in, going this way, and filling in and trying to line up, and hopefully I'll find my mistake. And if not, I guess I'll fudge it. I don't like to fudge it. I don't. But I really love this. I think it's so sweet. And I love working on this one. Okay, so that was number 13. 14, oh gosh, y'all, I'm over 30 minutes. 14 is A Savior's Praise by Shakespeare's Peddler. I'll see here are all my little anchor flosses for All Creatures Great and Small. She was so sweet. A Savior's Praise by Shakespeare's Peddler. I know y'all have all seen this. I started this with Lynette homesteading on the home front, and she finished hers long time ago. So here is where I am on that. I think it's just beautiful. Okay, I think I probably only put about 300 stitches in on that one. I didn't get a whole lot done on that one. Was that 13? No, that was 14. Okay, 15 is True to the Red, White, and Blue by Katie Did. I've never stitched anything by Katie Did, but I want to do a lot more little Americana smalls to put in little dough bowls because why not? You know, you can use the Americana pieces for many months. You can start Memorial Day and go all the way through Labor Day. And all year round, honestly. So I really like this little piece. There you go. And I am stitching this on a piece of mystery linen that I have no idea where I got it, what it is. I just know it's 22 count and I paid $2 for it. So there you go. And I'm stitching this with, what am I stitching this with? Weeks. But I'm stitching it with 2 strands. Not my favorite, but it's small. So that is my whips 1 through 15. I'm sorry that I've run a little bit long. Is that right? Actually, that's more than halfway. I had meant to only go through 1 through 12. Oh well, I went 1 through 15. I hope you enjoyed my little whip parade, my little Mania whip parade. So I hope to see you in a couple of weeks when I get back from Country Samplers Retreat. And Avi and I hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day. And I will see you when I get back. So God bless for now.